Namaste to all of you out there, and namaste, welcome to you, Ram, today.
Namaste, Suriya. Thank you for having me here.
Excellent. I'm very excited about this phone call because you are an expert in astrology. And for me personally, astrology always helped me not only in everyday life challenges, but especially in my sexuality. Because what I learned, and Ram, maybe you can speak about it later a bit more, is that sexuality and is very strongly related to our astrological sign, to our way of how we get aroused, and so on. And for me, it helped me tremendously to understand my body, my emotions, and my mind even better. Many women in my course are asking me, like, I have no idea how to get aroused and what to do. What would I need? So Ram can maybe give us some light into this darkness and can speak a little bit more about it. Like my question to you is today, like, what is the relationship between sexuality and our orgasm, our arousal maybe?
Yeah, well, this is a very good question. And I would like to start by saying that the type of astrology that I use is a personalized astrology. So the strength of it is giving in-depth information which is specific to yourself. For example, most people are used to magazine horoscopes, which are generic, like they speak about Leos today or Leos this week. And whereas that method is valid, it lacks the strength to give a personalized, suitable answers to each person. And based on the time and date and place of birth, professional astrology creates a personalized horoscope which is unique to you at the level of a fingerprint. And then we can really analyze what you are made of. Now, for your question, the link between astrology and sexuality is manifold. And the first thing would be the dominant element or elements of your being. In the esoteric system of astrology, like with the chakras, we're built of 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. And each one of these elements have a different psychological and biological temperament, which creates different needs and different talents. And that manifests also in sexuality. For example, the earth element psychologically is about material things, security, commitment, long-term planning, and physically it's about groundedness, the body, animalistic instincts. So the type of sensuality and sexuality of the earth element is heavy, strong, vital, very physical, very intense. And if someone is predominantly earth, that might be what they need to get aroused, and they might have preconception that is somehow dirty or wrong or whatnot. And then to come into terms with that and to see it as a gift that you have to share, and if you share it with another person who is just like you, that would be celebrated and not shunned upon. On the other hand, for example, I know about you, Suriya, that you're a Gemini. And as a Gemini, the air element, which is sensuality, softness, openness, trust, freedom, curiosity, knowledge, is what would predominantly tend to turn on the air element. However, because I know your horoscope specifically, I know you're Gemini with Virgo rising, which means that you're a mix of earth and air. And then the two typologies we spoke about would be intertwined in your being. And then by having a dialogue with you, we see just which parts of you need what in relationship, in romance, and even in the actual lovemaking. So because I dealt a lot with Tantra, I became quite well learned about the connection between different types of relationships and sex, and astrology, which is actually a unique and quite strange niche in astrology, I have to say.
Wow, that sounds already amazing, and it triggers all of my curiosity to know all about it. But today we only have a little bit of time. So now my question is, what should I, or like all the different signs that are out there, maybe know about their arousal or their sexuality?
Well, there's many angles to look at it, but if we focus specifically on sensuality and sexuality, we can't avoid the 2 planets that govern that in a horoscope, which are Venus and Mars. Mars is typically the planet that represents testosterone biologically and psychologically, like competition, achievement, aggression, whatever, courage, a typically masculine energy. And Venus is Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty and sensuality, so it's about love, romance, comfort, etc. And there is even a book by George Gray called Men Are From Venus and Women Are From Mars. And that is because in each person's personal horoscope, there would be a unique position of Venus and Mars. So for example, for you as a woman, the specific location of your Venus would indicate what kind of magnetic feminine power you possess. Like why people, men or women, doesn't matter, who find you sexually attractive, why is that? Like what is it about you which is turn-onable in a way? And vice versa, the position of Mars for you as a woman would represent what attracts you erotically in other people. And then if, for example, two people were to couple and they would understand the Venus and Mars of their counterpart, they could make a conscious effort to fulfill those needs in each other and amplify the attraction which is already there. So it's actually quite interesting.
Wow, that is super interesting, and I love listening to you, and you seem to have a lot of clarity about it, and I actually received from you already a very personalized astrological reading, and I loved it. Like I loved your clarity, the easiness to understand what you were saying, and it was just perfect. So thank you very much for today. This is all the time we have. I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope we talk soon again.
Thank you, Suriya, for having me, and I wish you a lot of good luck with spreading the knowledge of feminine sensuality and sacred orgasms to the world. Thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.